Welcome to Haehl Pavilion for Game 3 on Day 2 of the Cardinal Newman Classic. And a great matchup here, the St. Mary's Panthers of Berkeley against Eastside Prep. Panthers versus Panthers. St. Mary's D4, Eastside Prep, the defending D5 state champions. Hello everyone, I'm Dave Cox along with Matt Fowler. And great way to finish the night with two small schools, two small school powers, in fact, going at each other. They both lost yesterday, so you know they're going to be hungry to come out here and get a win tonight. Absolutely. The final game of the second day of basketball here in this tournament's been just great all the way around. I can't wait to see what these two teams have in store. I was talking to the assistant coach, Kevin Sider, of the Eastside Prep Panthers, and they're ready to go, and they're excited to be here. Great player for them, Kayla Rosemon. She had 17 points last night. She is number 5. She is the team captain here for Eastside Prep. She's been the state player of the year in Division 5 the last couple years, and if she has a big game here tonight, they have a chance to win. Absolutely. You know, anything can happen, especially in high school basketball, and that is sure shown true in this tournament this weekend. St. Mary's had a tough matchup yesterday against Cardinal Newman, but Kayla Rosemon, their post player, is a great one. I expect her to have a big game tonight. They're going to have a size advantage with her down low. If they can get her the ball in the post and she can do well with her back to the basket, they should have a chance to win tonight. You want to feed the big man all night, and that will bode well definitely for them. All right, so it should be a great matchup here tonight. It's Eastside Prep and St. Mary's of Berkeley, the Panthers versus the Panthers here in the final game of the night here from the Cardinal Newman Classic on Day 2. We'll be back with the start of tonight's game in just a moment.
Malloy, Emery, and Vesconi Insurance Services, a professional agency with personal service, insuring wine country since 1890. Cardinal Newman High offers a Catholic college preparatory whole-person education. With a dedicated faculty and state-of-the-art facilities, your daughter or son will have the advantages of the highest caliber educational opportunity in Sonoma County. Learn more at cardinalnewman.org. Highlights presented by Meade Clark Lumber Company, locally owned and part of the community for over 100 years. With the right information and the right materials, Meade Clark is the right lumber yard. So shop where the contractors shop, at Meade Clark Lumber.
At George Peterson Insurance, we support the communities we serve and live in. You'll find us helping out at the Boys and Girls Club and Sonoma Humane Society, collecting food for the Redwood Empire Food Bank, and more. It's our goal to make our neighborhoods a better place. We're invested in your success. For over 75 years, George Peterson Insurance has been serving our communities and customers with top-notch service and competitive pricing. Find out what we have to offer. George Peterson Insurance, we've got your back.
And we are ready to go. Dane DiMattei tosses it up at midcourt. And the final game of the night is underway here from the Cardinal Newman Classic. St. Mary's of Berkeley in the white, the Eastside Prep Panthers in the maroon. If you say the Panthers are going to win this one, you would not be wrong here tonight. And Eastside Prep with the foul, and it looks like Zion Gabriel, who did not play last night against Cardinal Newman, is back in action here tonight, and she's a good one. She broke Clay Thompson's state record for threes in a state championship game. She had 8 last year. Can you repeat that? Clay Thompson's state record in the championship. She broke it last year with 8. Clay had 7 when he was at Santa Margarita High School. A lot of people don't know that. Well, there you go. Shout out Clay Thompson. And she gets them both. They definitely could have used her last night against Cardinal Newman. She was not in the house. Eastside Prep now. Back down. And a travel call. So St. Mary's turning it up a notch defensively. And I already see a difference in the St. Mary's team with Zion Gabriel on the floor. She brings a lot of energy, and she's going to be a great complement to Kayla Rosemon. Both teams look very amped and ready to go here. Shot from the outside, no good. Eastside Prep with the rebound. Eastside Prep actually is still without Zion Gabriel. I had that wrong. My bad. Shot from the outside is good.
Nice
for
three-pointer
Julian
there.
David. That was actually Jasmine Farmer for St. Mary's. Both wearing number 11, both playing for the Panthers. Unfortunately, in different sections.
Trying to be a broadcaster for this game, it is not easy. If you said the Panthers would fare well, as my partner said, you'd be right. Nice drive here, but a travel call.
Who graduated Carolyn Gill and Kennedy Villa off their great team last year. Very young team. They have a couple of freshmen. They have 5 sophomores and 2 seniors. No juniors on this St. Mary's team. Head coach Chris Toller, who does a nice job running this program year in and year out. St. Mary's with the ball now. And there's Jasmine Farmer.
Nice defense here from Eastside.
I guess wishful thinking that they would have Zion Gabriel back. Here's Kayla Rosemon, because I wanted to see her play. I wanted to see her fire up some threes tonight.
As we
Rosemon
mentioned,
has fouled. She'll go to the free throw line.
and she, as we mentioned, has a number of schools interested in her and will likely sign later in the year as she's recruited by different schools all around the country.
Yeah, no doubt about that. She is a great player, and she almost single-handedly kept Eastside Prep in that game yesterday. Very tough matchup, as they had to go up against a Division I team. And she gets them both. So Tahafe off to a nice start.
Great defense, again, from Eastside, as they're really forcing Panthers around the perimeter.
St. Mary's with the rebound. There's Kayla Rosemon. Good matchup with Tahafe and Rosemon. Left-handed lay-in, good by Mina Tamelau. She had a good ball game, had 6 points.
Nice fast break opportunity there.
Going for the steal, not coming up with it. St. Mary's weathers the storm now. 5:30 to go here in the first quarter. Pass down low, left-handed lay-in, no good, and an offensive rebound, or a defensive rebound for Eastside's Prep, Marley Lange.
Eastside Prep smothering defense, but a travel there.
Chris Toller, the head coach for St. Mary's, and Donovan Blythe, the head coach for Eastside Prep, trying to make things happen. 5 minutes to go. St. Mary's with the ball up top. Jasmine Barnes fires that one in. Nice shot for Jasmine. And it's 7-4. That one rattles the rim, no good. St. Mary's with the rebound, but a foul call right away as Barnes came down with that one, and we'll take it the other way.
Stop. And a nice, like I said, defensive effort. I mean, that shot goes there. But St. Mary's has got to find a way to break through against this Eastside defense.
Off the glass, a little strong. Mina Tamelau with the rebound, but St. Mary's takes it back away. Barnes has it, lays it up, an offensive foul call as Tamelau took the charge down low, and that gets the Eastside Prep bench fired up. Here it is again.
And if you look, she just gets herself set there and gets run over and is rewarded for her efforts, gets her team an extra possession.
Firing it up from a long range, no good. And a travel call. Came down with the board, but traveled.
Seems like a little bit of a quick whistle there. I mean, I understand she's on the ground, but you got to give players a little leeway to get the ball. But our opinions do not matter because we're not the ones wearing the striped shirts.
To the rack. Nice shot inside by Lange. Marley Lange.
Eastside asserting their dominance, but there's a foul there.
St. Mary's trying to hang in at the free throw line. Alyssa Kambula Doherty. Well, check it. No, that was Olivia Lewis, 21. Tahafe, she's boxed out. That's going to be a foul on Ace Dora, who was trying to box out, but she got there a little early and hit her just after the shot.
Cardinal sin, do not foul a three-point shooter. A jump shooter, but especially not a three-point shooter. Evidently they ruled that not in the act of shooting.
Fires that one, no good.
Another offensive rebound for Eastside. I mean, they are really controlling the glass, controlling the momentum of the entire game here.
Eastside preps. Tahafe hits that one from the outside. What a great player. They've had a lot of great players here at Eastside Prep. That's why they've been to the state championship 3 years in a row. Destiny Graham, who graduated in 2015, she went to Arizona. Hashima Carruthers, 2013 graduate, University of San Francisco. Ajele Harvey went to San Diego State. She graduated in 2011. That was a great team. Takari Burse went to Sacramento State, and then Felicia Anderson in 2010. She went to Nebraska Omaha. Great tradition here at Eastside Prep.
And all great schools that they went to.
Takeaway by St. Mary's, trailing by 6. And Tahafe turns it, takes it back away at the other end. Kayla Tahafe down the lane, pulls back out. And that one's good, no call either way, as Ayla Flukas ended up getting that one to drop. She almost traveled, she was almost fouled, could have gone either way. Refs were letting them play. I like it. 2 minutes to go, first quarter.
A lot of almost in that possession, but it winds up with a bucket, and there's a three-pointer for St. Mary's.
DeLuca hits the three, a much-needed basket there for the St. Mary's of Berkeley's Panthers. Nice pass down low. Fighting hard, trying to get that in. Flukas. St. Mary's comes down with the ball, open floor. 1-on-2, she pulls it back out. Toe on the line. They're gonna call that a three, but she missed it. That shot was put up just a little bit strong there by Victa, Olivia Victa. 5-point lead for Eastside Prep as Kayla Rosemon dribbles it up the floor. And you mentioned, Matt, she has not yet committed to the next level. Two-time state player of the year in Division 5. You gotta wonder where she will end up. Lange off the mark.
You mentioned she broke Clay Thompson's record. Well, maybe Washington State is in her future.
That was Zion Gabriel.
Too many great players, I can't keep track of them all.
There are some good players on this team. And if you saw this team yesterday, that was the one thing they were lacking, was more of a three-point presence, which Zion Gabriel would give them. And with her last night, might have been a different story in their loss to Heritage. Eastside Prep by 5 here with 38.2 to go in the first quarter. St. Mary's trying to tighten it up. There's Haehl with the rebound.
Got a 2-for-1 there. It didn't work out. But
players flying on the floor, picked up by Jasmine Farmer for St. Mary's. Lange going for the steal, and it's kicked out. And with now just 20.9 to go, Eastside Prep shot clock is off. Panthers may hang on for the final shot of the quarter here. We'll see. Lange down low, no good. Offensive rebound and putback by Frukas. She was in the right place at the right time with 3 seconds to go. Half-court shot will come up way short, and that's going to do it for the first quarter. So Eastside Prep gets off to a good start. They maintained that throughout the quarter, and they lead St. Mary's 15-8 after 1 here in the Cardinal Newman Classic. Third game of the night. It looks like we're going to have a good one here between the Panthers and the Panthers.
North Bay Elite AAU girls basketball attending the top NCAA showcases in the country, with former players competing at the NCAA Division I, II, III, and NAIA levels, winners of 2 Pacific District Level 1 national qualifiers. For the best in girls AAU basketball, it's the North Bay Elite.
Heading for quarter number 2 now, a 7-point lead for Eastside Prep. Dave Cox and Matt Fowler bringing you the action from Haehl Pavilion here in the Cardinal Newman Classic Showcase.
Great to be here on campus of Santa Rosa Junior College.
Lange fires the 3 up. No good. Ball's going to stay with Eastside Prep. They'll get a fresh 30 out of that. Haehl for 3. There it is. She only had 1 3 last night. She gets one right here. Just underway here in the second quarter. St. Mary's of Berkeley with the ball. That one a little bit long by Olivia Lewis. And here comes Eastside Prep. Lange will bring it up the floor quickly. Stop. Tries the jumper, no good. Good hustle by Jasmine Farmer as she comes down with the rebound for St. Mary's of Berkeley.
Both these teams want to run and gun, but it's working out better, obviously, for Eastside Prep.
Eastside has a fairly young team as well. They have 4 freshmen and a sophomore. But the difference is they have a bunch of juniors on this team, Tahafe being the lone senior. So they're set up for the future rather nicely. Tahafe flips it way out in front to Bullock Cotting, and she lays it in with the left hand, but misses. Amira Brown right there for the rebound for Eastside Prep. Nice cut to the rack, no good, but a foul. Lucas will go to the line, and she's going to shoot a pair.
It just seems like St. Mary's is playing a little bit too fast. They can't seem to get the right balance between slow and fast, and they're just a little bit too quick on the shots.
Lucas does not get the first one.
St. Mary's fortunate there.
So nothing on the board there. Eastside Prep by 10. St. Mary's will try to change that as we head for the 6-minute mark here in the second quarter. St. Mary's trying to hang on, and they do. Outside shot, no good by Lydia Howard. Myra Brown tries to bring it up. Now it is Tahafe. Kicks it out to Marley Lange. Lange to Tahafe underneath, and she lays it in.
Kayla Tahafe asserting herself here for Eastside Prep, which forces a timeout here.
Yeah, Chris Toller wants to talk things over with his Panthers here. It's a 30-second timeout, so a 12-point lead for the Eastside Prep Panthers, and we're going to take a look at some of the action right here as we'll see what has been going on for Eastside Prep. There's the offensive rebound by Aaliyah Flukas. Nice put back there.
And it just seems like all the 50-50 balls are going Eastside's way. With the exception of a few plays, it seems like they really dominated the tempo.
There's Tahafe and Lange playing a little 2-man game, and nice feed underneath by Lange, the center.
And I don't know how you stop that combination if you're St. Mary's. That play was going nowhere for St. Mary's, and they got bailed out by a foul from Eastside. Three-pointer bounces up and over. And St. Mary's just can't get it going. A nice steal there.
St. Mary's takes it back away now. 5:15 to go. They need some offense right now, man. That's
they do.
The thing. They've done a pretty good job defensively against Eastside, but they've got to find a way to score the ball.
Nice offensive rebound taken away.
And there's Rosemon. I believe that's the one player they've got to get involved in the offense is Kayla Rosemon. She scored 8 points, had 12 rebounds yesterday against Cardinal Newman.
And I think what you'll see here, that's a smart move. Try and get to the line, see the ball go through the hoop, and get some points on the board. Get feeling good as you go into halftime here with 5 minutes left in the second quarter.
And Rosemon gets a pair, so that's what she's able to add. She can shoot from the free throw line. She was just a 30% free throw shooter last year, but she has improved tremendously from the charity stripes. They go down low now to Lange, and that ball is knocked out of bounds. So St. Mary's turning it up a notch defensively.
I'll tell you, she didn't look like 30% from the line there.
No, she has definitely improved. I haven't talked to Chris Toller about it, but I have a feeling what he's going to say is she shot about 1 million free throws this past summer, getting ready for this year and in the off season. Maybe not 1 million, but
I get the picture, and that's
a lot.
That's one of the cardinal sins right there, though. For St. Mary's is you fake and you drive and you move your pivot foot to travel. See it in all levels, even the pros.
Up top it goes to Milau. Working it around the perimeter to Haehl. Back to Milau. She goes up with the left-handed Rosemon Fowler. So Mina Milau will go to the free throw line. She had 6 points last night. Good, solid, all-around player. So 22-10 now with 4:22 to go. We are in the second quarter, final game of the night. The games start early tomorrow. 1 o'clock first game, 2:30 second game, and 4 o'clock. A lot of people for Cardinal Newman will be scrambling to close the doors here and head down to Rancho Cotati for the NCS Championship football game, of which we will have live scoring updates and also video highlights following that one from Rancho Cotati High School. So it's gonna be a long day.
Long days are good days when it comes to sports.
Kick it back out to Haehl, and the Panthers working it around the top for Eastside Prep. There's Tahafe pulling up, no good. Fight for the rebound and a tie-up call. The possession arrow is pointing St. Mary's way.
Tahafe wanted to shoot that three out there on the wing, but she didn't catch the pass cleanly, which forced the pass, and subsequently a possession to St. Mary's.
Kayla Tahafe bringing it up quickly now. Tahafe with the spin in the lane.
What a move.
Nice move. .4 lead. St. Mary's with just 10 points on the board thus far. Very young team searching for an identity offensively. Milau, Rosemon did a nice job to disrupt the shot but not commit the personal foul, and Jasmine Barnes dribbles it up now for St. Mary's of Berkeley. Long three on the way, and that is good off the glass by DeLuca. Her second three of the night.
I was going to say, she'll never be more wide open than she was there.
Definitely had a moment to gather herself, set her feet, and fire in the three. Tahafe brings it over to Bulakotting. Yeah, we're going to shoot 1 and 1 in the bonus now.
And here's the replay. She tries to go up, and Tahafe lays it in off that great spin move. One of her many weapons.
Yeah, that was nice.
And if you're St. Mary's, you got to look at this score and say, okay, well, I'm down 11.
Bulakotting at the free throw line.
And say, okay, you know, we can play better in the second half. The key is just don't lose contact with Eastside Prep.
Talked about the great players over the years for Eastside Prep, but St. Mary's has had some great players as well. A couple of McDonald's All-Americans in Gabby Green and Michaela Cowling, both who graduated in 2014. So take a lot of pride in their program as well. Great Division IV team, NCS team that we may hear from later on in the season. You know they're going to improve a lot with this young team. Rebound underneath by Rosemon as she's going back to the free throw line. Kayla Rosemon.
She needs to do more of that.
Yeah, they definitely need her to step up and score the basketball. They don't have a lot of weapons right now, and she is the one player on the floor that could make a huge difference offensively for them. And Rosemont gets them both. How about that? She's only missed 2 free throws throughout this tournament so far out of 12, so I'd definitely say she's improved. Farmer misses the rebound by Lange.
And those are the shots
bring it up the floor. Tries to scoop it up with the right hand, no good. Cardinal Newman and Eastside Prep will match up tomorrow at 2:30. Should be a good one. Final day of this Cardinal Newman showcase. Cardinal Newman Classic. There's Bullock-Cotting from the outside. Battle, scramble. Rosemont tried to get it. It ends up in the hands of Milena DeLuca. Nice crossover by DeLuca, and she's fouled. She's going to the line.
She was looking for a whistle there, and it came a little bit late, but it came nonetheless. So this is how you chip away. As you see her up the floor, knowing that team down 11, get to the rim, fire up a shot, and get fouled.
Free throw was good, the first one. DeLuca, who now has 7 points, leading the St. Mary's Panthers in scoring now with 8. That pulls them up to the 9. St. Mary's trying to hang in there as we close out the second quarter. 1 minute and 15 seconds to go.
Better defense from St. Mary's.
Nice pass, Melo from Lange. Wow, Lange showing great court awareness and using the left hand to fire that pass in there.
You see a missed shot there, but then Eastside Prep able to gather and almost a 3-point opportunity.
Actually, in looking at the replay, it looked like she threw that with the right hand. I could have sworn when it was live I saw her fire that in with the left hand as Tamilo gets the first one. 1:05 to go here in the quarter. Both teams are in the bonus. 27-17 the lead now for Eastside Prep. And she gets them both.
Let's see what St. Mary's can do in the final minute here to give them some momentum heading into the locker room. That's not what you want to do.
Lange with that pass just a little bit strong to Bullock-Cotting.
They get a gift there. Let's see if they go for 2 for 1 here. For St. Mary's, you want to get 2 shots for Eastside Prep's 1 possession.
That pass is high, taken in nicely, however, by Alyssa Kambula Doherty. Running the floor, Lange is out in front. St. Mary's trying to catch her from behind, but won't. Lange lays that one in with under 25 seconds to go in the half. Quick look up at the clock by DeLuca. Plenty of time for the Panthers to get off a final shot of this quarter. Tamilau playing some good defense. Ball's going to stay with St. Mary's here.
they could hit a shot here right before the half. It would do wonders for their confidence with some of the plays that haven't been executed.
Ace Dora fires that one up, no good. They're gonna have to hustle to get off the shot. Tamilau on the run, and she traveled before she got off the shot, so that's gonna do it for the first half of play. Eastside Prep with a 30-17 lead over St. Mary's. The Panthers and the Panthers going at it here in Game 3 on the night here of Day 2 of the Cardinal Newman Classic Showcase. And both teams fighting hard. Matt, I think St. Mary's is going to have to talk a little bit about their offensive flow, how they can get better looks at the basket and get Kayla Rosemon involved.
Yeah, and even though St. Mary's is down by 13, you sensed a little bit of a momentum shift as they turned up their defensive intensity. And 13 points, especially in high school basketball, that's not a lot of points.
Yeah, they can overcome that. We'll see if they can get it going as we take a break right here, and we'll be back with the start of the third quarter in just a moment.
You've worked hard to create a good life for you and your family. Protecting what you've earned is important. At George Peterson Insurance Agency, our local agents work with you to make sure your home and belongings are protected from potential risks. When it comes to you and your family, we're committed to providing you with the right insurance for your needs. We work hard to ensure that your risks are covered, so you can focus on what's most important. George Peterson Insurance, we've got your back.
Hi, my name is Allison Alstrom, and I'm the founder and CEO of the nonprofit organization Threads for Teens. Threads for Teens is a clothing boutique for girls who are in foster care, group homes, or situations of poverty to come and get 2 head-to-toe outfits, all for free, and it's all brand new. We're located about 40 minutes north of San Francisco in Santa Rosa, California. And as a part of our outreach, we also have a semi-truck that goes on tour each summer, clothing to girls across the country.
Eastside Prep actually is still And we are just about ready to go for the third quarter of play here. St. Mary's and Eastside Prep going at it. Great game. Let's take a look at some Eastside Prep highlights from that first half. Good ball movement and draining the three right there. That got their offense rolling. That was Jillian David hitting an early shot for them. Kayla was strong for them all night long, or all quarter long, or half long, and there's her going to the rack. Lange had a good first half. She not only did a nice job shooting the ball in low, but she made some great passes as well. St. Mary's Panthers, on the other hand, got some good offensive support from Melina DeLuca. Also, Kayla Rosemon hit some free throws. They've got to find a way to get a little stronger presence down low and get some points on the board there. There's DeLuca hit a couple threes in that first half. And
back to live action here.
Here we go. There's Lange going up strong with the left hand. No good. Gets a second chance. No good again. Rosemon hit the floor for St. Mary's of Berkeley.
While we were watching the highlights, Eastside Prep got an easy deuce on one end. And see what St. Mary's can do, what they have coming out of the locker room.
DeLuca got it.
All the way to the rim, nobody stopped her.
Nice shot by DeLuca. The other end. Eastside Prep scores the ball. Tamilau.
Cherry picking.
Hey, you got to get back on defense. Eastside Prep will definitely beat you down the floor if you don't hustle back. There's Lange with the steal. And she goes up strong.
What did you just say? Eastside Prep will beat you down the floor?
Right now, very interested coach watching this game is Monica Myrtle, the Cardinal Newman coach, as they will be taking on Eastside Prep tomorrow at 2:30. And I'll tell you what, that's going to be a good one.
Was able to talk to Monica at halftime, and she's really enjoying the tournament, and she's definitely scouting this game.
Yeah, definitely a game that she is interested in. We get a 30-second timeout, or a full timeout, excuse me, St. Mary's. So we will step aside right here with the score 36-19. Eastside Prep will be back with more action here from the Cardinal Newman Classic Showcase in just a moment.
Malloy, Emery, and Vesconi Insurance Services, a professional agency with personal service, insuring wine country since 1890. Cardinal Newman High offers a Catholic college preparatory whole-person education. With a dedicated faculty and state-of-the-art facilities, your daughter or son will have the advantages of the highest caliber educational opportunity in Sonoma County. Learn more at cardinalnewman.org.
There you have it, 36-19. Pulling that in, Tamilau. Here comes Eastside Prep, 36-19. Sahafe up top, fires it into the corner to Lange. Lange drives and dishes. Tahafe for three, she got it.
Eastside Prep pouring it on now, up by 20.
Eastside Prep with the steal. David kicks it back out to Lange. Kept alive by Eastside Prep. Tahafe got a hand on that just before the rebound was pulled in by Farmer. And now the three ball by Jillian David, her second three of the night. And that's a big one with just over 5 minutes to go. Eastside Prep now leads it 42-19. There's Kayla Rosemon. Great defense by Lange. Out in front, Julian David has Tamilo on the backside, and she lays it in.
See, it's plays like this that is completely the undoing of St. Mary's. You had two offensive.
Toller calls another timeout.
You had two offensive opportunities for Eastside, and they ended up converting there, and then on the three for the last one.
Well, if you hadn't heard us talk about it already, the North Bay Elite Crab Feed coming up on December 15th at Kendall Jackson, $50 per ticket. One of the first crab feeds of the year, and a great price. Should be a tremendous event at Kendall Jackson. It's such a beautiful place here in Sonoma County, and it should be a nice way to celebrate the holidays a little bit after this very challenging fall season we've had here in Sonoma County. There's Jillian David with the three, and then the great pass David makes to Tamilo for the lay-in in transition. But you know, getting out and getting the kids involved in athletics and coming out and covering the games has been a great way to put everything behind us that we've gone through over the last couple of months here in Sonoma County with the fires and the devastation and the aftermath. And I know people are going through so much trying to figure out how to handle the insurance and deal with their properties. And, you know, getting out and doing some things like basketball and the football season has really been a great escape from all that for a lot of people.
Absolutely. I mean, everybody was affected regardless if you were directly affected or not. Everybody was indirectly affected by the fire, absolutely. And it's great to just come out here and watch some good basketball.
That is a big reason why this tournament that's been held at Cardinal Newman the last 3 years is here at Haehl Pavilion, and hats off to the Santa Rosa Junior College folks for making this facility available. Cardinal Newman girls have been practicing here and able to play here. And this is a great facility. It's a little bit longer court than most of the high schools that you see. So it can be a challenge for teams, especially teams that like to run a lot. There's a steal. Tamilo tries to get it out front to Hoppy, but Kayla Rosemon with great hustle gets back on defense. Tamilo with the foul as the pass was thrown towards Jasmine Farmer, and she tried to cut it off but arrived, and a little bit of a bump as we see Coach Donovan Blythe working the officials a little bit. Myra Brown is going to check in now for Eastside.
Nice steal there.
They've been without, or St. Mary's has been without Dejanay Evans, who is their leading returning scorer. So that's been tough for them in this tournament, without somebody that they're so used to scoring the basketball. Both teams have been out without great players throughout this early season. Nice cut to the basket, and it is good by Brown, who just checked in, and she immediately makes her presence felt as she slashes to the basket with 3:50 to go now here in the third quarter. Takeaway and foul, Dee Franklin. Franklin brought great energy for Eastside Prep yesterday.
See if St. Mary's does a little bit more of a hustle here just for pride, you know. I mean, down by 29, It's about working on your craft the most.
Tamilau that time cutting right down the middle of the lane and scoring. She's had a great game. Almost got the steal. There's Ace Dora firing that one up from the outside, no good.
Third chance, they finally got a foul.
There's that tremendous pass.
You can't really defend against that if you're St. Mary's.
Kayla Rosemon to the free throw line. She's 4 for 4 tonight. Gets the roll. Rosemon hits them both. She's 6 for 6 tonight. 12 for 14 in the tournament. Brown for 3.
Another offensive rebound.
And Tamilau done a little bit of everything tonight for Eastside Prep. There's Tahafe back up top, 2:40 to go. The 3-ball short. Tahafe right there to scoop it up. Farmer with the rebound. Long outlap pass to Jasmine Barnes. Rosemon there to clean it up, and she'll go back to the free throw line. Kayla Rosemon running the floor and being rewarded with the offensive rebound, and now she'll shoot a pair.
Excellent effort by Rosemon there. Can't get it to go, but never stops fighting and gets herself to the free throw line.
And Rosemon does it again. Solid. 48-23. Tahafe with the spin in the lane, flips it out up top. Tamilau trying to feed it down low, and Rosemon's right there on defense, but Eastside Prep manages to hang on to the rock. 2:05 to go here in the quarter. 3-ball from the side, nailed by Dee Franklin. Franklin had a great second half for this Eastside Prep team yesterday against Heritage, and she hits that one to keep that lead at 28 points.
Steal off the inbound. This will be the easiest bucket of the night.
And there's Brown.
I spoke too soon.
Takeaway. Tamilau has it. Working it around the top. Brown feeds it down low. Tamilau thought about the 3, settles for Ebola Cotting, who tries it. And Kayla Rosemon has the rebound. 1 minute to go, third quarter. Taken away. Tamilau gets the lay-in.
I correct myself. That's the easiest bucket of the night.
Mina Tamilau. Sometimes those can be nerve-wracking. They're so open. All you got to do is hit that square on the window and get it to drop in.
And you hear the footsteps of
that can be
the
difficult.
defender behind you.
Pass flipped ahead. Bulakotting from Tahafe, and she lays it in with the left hand as Eastside Prep pulls the lead to 32. with under 20 seconds to go now in the third quarter. See if St. Mary's can get the ball up the floor now and close out the quarter strong as the foul is called on Amira Brown. She's one of the freshmen on this team, a 5'9" freshman. Bola Cotting is also a freshman. And believe it or not, Marley Lange is a freshman as well. Tapped out of bounds. Again, Eastside Prep is a team that's been to the state championship 3 years in a row. They lost to La Jolla Country Day 3 years ago. Last 2 years, they pulled it off as the third quarter comes to an end. Eastside Prep up 55-23. They are on a roll. We'll step aside right here as 3 quarters of play are in the books here in the final game of the night. We'll turn the page and head for the final chapter of this one. It is 55-23 Eastside Prep over St. Mary's.
At George Peterson Insurance, we support the communities we serve and live in. You'll find us helping out at the Boys and Girls Club and Sonoma Humane Society, collecting food for the Redwood Empire Food Bank, and more. It's our goal to make our neighborhoods a better place. We're invested in your success. For over 75 years, George Peterson Insurance has been serving our communities and customers with top-notch service and competitive pricing. Find out what we have to offer. George Peterson Insurance, we've got your back.
Ready to start the fourth quarter. Huge lead for Eastside Prep. Nice job by them to shake off the loss to Heritage. You know, it was a tall order playing against a Division I team, especially a team like Heritage that is so tall and very, very aggressive. And they came out tonight and they put the pedal to the metal from start to finish. And they got 8 more minutes to add to this lead right now. And they have shown no signs of letting up.
No.
And a travel by Tamilau. They turn it over.
And as we mentioned in the game previous, you know, these scores, they're not necessarily indicative of the regular season or what's going to happen. This is just a showcase. Much like
now, these are teams that normally wouldn't see each other until way, way down the road. We have a chance of meeting a lot of teams. They'll be in the West Coast Jamboree. That's one of the biggest tournaments in the entire country. That will be coming up in a few weeks here in December. I know Cardinal Newman is going to be in the Diamond Division of that one this year. So they have definitely moved up the ranks as the years have gone along. But normally you wouldn't see teams from different sections matching up, and that is why this tournament is so cool. We've had teams from as far away as Regis, Colorado in this tournament. Oregon City, Oregon has played in this tournament. And so it's great to see that level of competition and see a very high level of play across the country as Kamgula Doherty hits that one for St. Mary's. Ball's tapped up top to Milau, trying to gather it in.
that's good hustle by St. Mary's.
And the way they have done this as a showcase tournament is great, but the unfortunate thing is we may have a couple teams that finish 3-0 as Rosemont takes the pass, and we won't be able to decide a true champion because they may not meet in the end, which if this was an elimination tournament,
perfect, but
imagine what we would have in the semifinals and finals with the high level of play that we've seen. Going to the free throw line now is Milena DeLuca, or excuse me, this is Leah Flukas, a freshman forward for Eastside Prep. In and out. Nice pass. Legal screen that time. That's going to go the other way as St. Mary's will now try to finish this game closer. It's been a tough night for them. They've had trouble getting Kayla Rosemon involved. Haehl has been fronting her all night down on the post and doing a great job at that. She does a lot of little things that you don't see in the box score in terms of how she helps her team win, and that's why she's the two-time defending state champion. She's playing good, solid defense. There she is right there as the pass was headed for Rosemon, and Haehl got there first. They're going to call the foul, I believe, on Haehl that time. With 6 minutes to go. It's a big collision right there. And we see Kayla Rosemon, who goes back to the free throw line.
She bounced back up. Seems like she's all right.
Rosemon gets the roll.
She's been very good from the free throw line tonight.
Yeah, Rosemon just keeps putting them through. She's been fantastic. When I first looked up her stats from last year and I saw 30%, I was like, oh my goodness. Finally misses one.
Broadcaster jinx right there.
.5:57 to go in this one. Little Friday night action here at Haehl Pavilion. This will be a very busy gymnasium over the next couple of weeks. The Santa Rosa Junior College Bear Cub ladies have a tournament coming up, the Karen Frenchie tournament, and then the Chris Kringle tournament held by the men in a couple of weeks. That one's off the mark. Always great to see those holiday tournaments happening. Of course, the Callan Memorial Tournament will be coming up in Casa Grande. Sonoma County Classic. Maria Creo has a tournament, I believe, coming up, and the boys, Cardinal Lumen boys, have the Rose City. I believe that's going to be at Maria Creo this year instead of Cardinal Newman, as that one bounces out of bounds and Eastside Prep will take over. .536 to go. Cut to the basket nicely. And the shot off the mark, that was Jasmine Barnes. The other way we go, and a nice lay-in by Aaliyah Flukas.
Again, 30-point lead for Eastside. 5 minutes.
Nice offensive rebound, Kayla Rosemon.
A wise NBA coach once said air balls go to the offensive player. True there.
Believe it or not, that's Kayla Rosemon's first field goal of the night. Everything else she scored has been from the free throw line. She has 10 points. Side up top. Haehl bounces it to Lange underneath, and she lays it in. Marley Lange. She's had quite a game. Going up strong with the left hand that time, Olivia Lewis. as we see Monica Myrtle talking with the trainer on hand here. You can see Monica is paying pretty good attention to this one. She's got to figure out a way to defeat Eastside Prep tomorrow at 2:30. That'll be a good one, and we'll be here. We'll have it for you live. Bunch more good games on tap tomorrow in the final day of the tournament. Second one good by Lewis. First game will be Woodside versus Heritage tomorrow. That should be a real good matchup. And Cardinal Newman and Eastside Prep, and then the final game of the night, St. Mary's of Berkeley versus Menlo Atherton. So Heritage has a chance to finish up things 3-0. Cardinal Newman and Heritage both could finish 3-0 in this tournament.
What do you think St. Mary's is going to take away from this game?
Well, I think what they're just trying to get better right now. They're a team, they're so young. They're missing one of their better players. They're just trying to figure themselves out and figure out who's going to step up. I mean, that's the thing that they're going to have to figure out as the season goes along. The players' roles and the identities of the players are going to have to be figured out, and that's what Chris Toller, I'm sure, is just trying to get his team, roll them out there, play them against some tough competition. Yeah, they're going to take their lumps, but that's how you improve as a team, especially when you're a young team. Marley Lange up top. Inside it goes, no good. There's Kayla Rosemon. That shot is no good. Nice rebound. Going up strong for that one was Flukas, another freshman here for Eastside Prep. Under 3:40 to go now. Eastside Prep in control of this one. St. Mary's has it now. That was Jasmine Barnes dribbling it up nicely. And a timeout taken. Let's see if we're getting a 30 or a full. And it's a full. We'll step aside here. With 3:15 to go, we are in the fourth quarter. It's 60-32. Eastside Prep with a big lead over St. Mary's. We'll be right back with the conclusion of this one in just a moment.
North Bay Elite AAU girls basketball attending the top NCAA showcases in the country, with former players competing at the NCAA Division I, II, III, and NAIA levels, winners of 2 Pacific District Level 1 national qualifiers for the best in girls AAU basketball. It's the North Bay Elite.
Here we go, 3:15 to go.
See if we can see a little bit of a push from St. Mary's here in the final minutes. They're making a 20-point game. Give them something to lift their spirits a little bit.
Kayla Rosemon back to the free throw line.
Said her name a lot tonight.
All net.
And I believe she's only missed one tonight.
She's been solid both nights.
After you said 30%. And of course, as soon as I say that, she misses one, but.
Way to jinx her. St. Mary's working it down low and losing the handle. Jasmine Barnes, 60-33, a 27-point lead for the Eastside Prep Panthers. Take on Cardinal Newman tomorrow at 2:30 as we go under 2:30 now in the fourth quarter.
Game dominated by Eastside the whole way.
Bull Cotting. Fluka underneath, no good. And coming down with the rebound, Mylena DeLuca. Here comes DeLuca now dribbling up herself with 2 minutes to go in this one. That one off the mark from Alyssa Kambula Doherty. Coach Donovan Blythe looking fairly content right now with the way his Eastside Prep squad has managed to take care of business here tonight. As St. Mary's makes it a 25-point game with 1:45 to go. Seconds to shoot. Bull Cotting gets it off a little bit long.
See what St. Mary's
Barnes the other way. Lange gets back there on defense. And there is a foul called, so Jasmine Barnes will go to the free throw line.
The one thing that has been so consistent for St. Mary's is getting to the line. That's been the one part of the game that they've been consistent with.
Bull Cotting, who picked up the personal there, now has 4. Jasmine Barnes at the free throw line. And the second one dribbles over the top and in. 60-36 with 1:05 to go. Closing this one out. Looking down low, flipped back up top for Eastside, 50 seconds to go, 7 to shoot, and an offensive foul call as Dee Dee Franklin was cutting to the hoop that time. And
actually, I think they called that one a block.
Oh, they did call that a block, so she's going to go to the free throw line. Dee Dee Franklin will shoot a pair now with 47.4 to go. And she gets the first one. Franklin buries both of those. 45 seconds to go. Rosemon gets it back out. Nice shot by Kambula Doherty as she hits the three-point shot to make the final score a little more respectable, as Eastside Prep now with about 1 second difference between the shot and the game clock, and we are under 15 seconds to go now. Great way to turn things around for them after losing to Heritage the first day of this tournament.
Great game, what you said, Fred. Great game.
And going up to the rack strong with the left hand at the buzzer is Flukas, who scores the final basket to make our final score 64-38. Eastside Prep with the win. So Eastside Prep showing what they could do. They were hampered against that Heritage team yesterday, and really looking forward to the Cardinal Newman Eastside Prep game tomorrow.
Absolutely. You got two teams there, and that will be one heck of a matchup. You've got two explosive offenses, especially with what we saw tonight from both teams.
So day 2 is in the books. We'll have an early start tomorrow. Once again, 1 o'clock, 2:30, and 4 o'clock. All 3 games will be live right here on YSN365.com. Great job by the YSN crew today. We will see you again tomorrow for day 3. For Matt Fowler, I'm Dave Cox saying goodbye from Haehl Pavilion. Eastside Prep with a 64-38 win.
Cardinal Newman High offers a Catholic college preparatory whole person education. With a dedicated faculty and state-of-the-art facilities, your daughter or son will have the advantages of the highest caliber educational opportunity in Sonoma County. Learn more at cardinalnewman.org.